Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Transformers Legacy Deluxe class, Pointblank and Peacemaker. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, Transformers Legacy and a hook. Boink. On the front, Aiden Up, Takara Tomy, Generations, Transformers Legacy, Autobot Pointblank, and Autobot Peacemaker. And they're Autobots. Hasbro print, Deluxe class, Transformers Legacy. I think I already said that. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in Vietnam print, symbols I'm not going to learn, a barcode, and includes 2 figures and instructions. What? On this side, we've got some nice artwork of robot mode. And I did forget to say here on the front, got some nice artwork of the alt mode. And then here we have that legacy artwork. Authentic Transformers Legacy. On the back, Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, Autobot Pointblank, and Autobot Peacemaker transforms in 17 steps from robot to vehicle mode, and 2 steps from robot to weapon. Parents, scan this. And if you want to scan it, there it is. Warning! Attention, Achtung, do not put things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Definitely don't give it to babies. And again, small fine legalese, made in Vietnam print, and a symbol I'm not going to learn. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories in the alt mode. First of all, the handy dandy instructions, Aiden Up, Transformers Legacy, Transformers, Generations, Autobot Pointblank, and Peacemaker. And of course, Autobot symbol here, because they're both Autobots. Small fine legalese Hasbro print. On the inside, nice, clearly defined illustrations with no blurring. And easy to follow to get this guy transformed. Or these guys transformed. These bots transformed. Now let's take a look at Peacemaker. And of course this is his folded up weapon mode. And you'll notice he has 2 tabs here on either side. He's got, looks like a handle back here too, so I guess you can use it as a nightstick as well. And then here's the gun handle. And, you know, it's a Target Master. Not as good as the Battle Masters from Siege. Barely any articulation in it at all. Well, in fact, no articulation in it at all that does not have to do with transforming. Now let's take a look at Pointblank himself, a futuristic or alien race car. I have to say, it is pretty nice looking. Very cool. I can see him racing in the Speedia 500 on Velocitron. So we've got some nice paint apps here. And then along this translucent canopy. And then nice paint apps. I can't tell if that's a paint app for the wheels or if these tires are just a separate piece. And then the underside, it cleans up pretty good actually. And then Autobot Tampo right here on the hood, that's half on each side there where it comes together. And then a little bit of a paint app around where the headlights would pop out if they did. And then he's got some tabs or slots here on this paint amp here. And what that's for is those two tabs we talked about earlier on Peacemaker here, which are right here. They go in this inside slot here and this inside slot here, so that he mounts on to the vehicle mode. Now it doesn't twist or anything like that, but this piece you can go up and down, so he can shoot up and down on that axis if he wants to. So overall, I have to say it's a pretty cool looking vehicle. I was going to pass on this, and he rolls super well. There is zero catching going on, and the wheels move very, very freely. So that's really cool. And nice for a change. That, my friends, does it for a look at Pointblank and Peacemaker in their alt modes. It's time for alt mode comparisons, and here we have Deluxe Class, Pointblank, and Peacemaker with Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Needle Nose with Sunbeam and Zigzag. For our final set of alt mode comparisons, here we have Deluxe Class, Pointblank, and Peacemaker with the Titans Returns Legends Class Bumblebee and the Amazon exclusive Generation Selects War for Cybertron Trilogy Earthrise Leader Class Alternate Universe Optimus Prime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the comedy portion of our program where I attempt to transform this Transformer. And first thing you want to do is pop Peacemaker off, and we can go ahead and transform him. There's not much to it. So you can see there's a hinge right here, and it just hinges, or you just move it down like that until it's straight. And then this piece, there's, I want to say it's, I guess you'd call it a hinge, but this piece just pegs in and is able to rotate, and you rotate it up behind him like that. And there we have Peacemaker in his robot mode. Now let's see if I can remember how to transform this guy. I've only done it once in order to put him into his alt mode. And let's see, there we go. You just reach in the back here and lift the canopy up. That's about as far as it goes. And then this piece right here, it's right here, this angled piece, if you can get in there, you lift that up like that, and the same on this side, and it, dang it, it will untap. You notice there's a slot right here, and there's a tab right here, and that tabs into place. Now once you have that done, I'll take it back. This piece right here, and you can see it's on a ball hinge right here. You just kind of want to get it up and out of the way, and you don't necessarily have to turn it the way I did. It doesn't tell you to turn it that way in the instruction manual. So let's see if I can remember how to do this. So there we go. And you can see the leg just folds up on itself. So you straighten the leg out, and then we're going to do the same thing over here on this side. And there we have the legs all transformed. You can spin that around. These pieces, I want to say they go down like this. That looks right. So then the next thing we want to do is separate. Oops. You separate the hood right here, and you can see there's some big tabs in there that kind of lock into place. And then you want to fold those out like this. And then you'll notice right here is the hinge. Here's a hinge also, but this is not the one we need quite yet. So this whole piece right here on this one, you spin it out like this, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. And once you have that in position, you can move this whole piece out. Turn those down like that. Again, we'll do the same thing on this side and down. And then you want to straighten it out right there. Turn these. So, and then, well, the arms are backwards, so just spin them around here at the elbows. And now they're facing the correct way. And, oh my gosh, is that his head? No, that's not his head. So you want to lift this piece up. It's on a hinge here and here, but you want to lift it up by this hinge. And then once you have that done, there's another hinge right here, and you fold that down. Then you can fold his head up, and you fold this piece back into place, and you'll notice there's two tabs on here, and there's two slots, and that's to hold the head into, or keep it in position. Now you can go ahead and fold that all the way down like that. And there we go. He's all transformed into his robot mode. Let's take a look at Pointblank and Peacemaker in their robot modes. And first of all, let's take a look at Peacemaker, and you can see he does have some nice little paint apps in there for the eyes and the face, and then some right here, and then here at the shoulders as well, and that pretty much covers it, my friends. Everything else is molded in either red or black plastic. And let's take a look at Pointblank himself. He does have some nice big 1980 shoulder pads going on there. And unfortunately, there is a big empty space in his chest, which you can see because of the translucent plastic of the canopy. So there is that. And pretty much everything we discussed as far as paint apps and colors and stuff in the vehicle mode holds true to this. He does have this crotch, silver crotch, I guess. You could call it that, and then he does have some nice eye and face paint apps there as well. Now let's take a quick look at his articulation. Doesn't really look up, doesn't really look down unless he comes untabbed. I wouldn't really say he has any waggle. He has no chicken neck. He can look up and down, just slightly, you can see there. And then he can do the full exorcist. Now at the shoulders, can do a full 360 degrees of he does have a full 360 degrees of rotation there. And then as far as raising at the shoulder, if you just use this hinge right here, that's as far as you get. You can use that as well if you want to. And yeah, because it doesn't tab in there or anything, which kind of sucks because I hate that angular look to it, but that's just me. And then at the elbows, can tell like this, it technically has double hinge, but one hinge goes backwards, so it doesn't really help. And then it doesn't have a swivel up here, but it does have a swivel right here at the elbow for 360 degrees there, and then nothing at the wrist. At the waist, another 360 degrees of rotation. And as far as the hips go, he can give you the splits plus extra. He kicks forward approximately 90 degrees. Backwards about the same. There's a cut here at the upper thigh on a double mushroom peg, but it does not want to give you 360 degrees of rotation. It just wants to give you that much. So there's that. And at the knee, it's a single hinge, but because of transformation, he gets that much bend out of it. So that's pretty good. And then the toes tilt, but I'm not really counting that as articulation. And then he does have a hinge for rocker, and it gives you approximately 90 degrees there. Now, that's kind of loose. Peacemaker, if he's not traveling with point blank in his robot mode, you transform him into his weapon mode, and then of course he can hold it in his hand. But if he does not, not currently engaging in any enemies, you can lift this piece up, and then you can plug in right there, and you can leave it, put this piece back down. You can leave it like that, or you can flip this piece up just to, I don't know, make it not look weird. That looks kind of weird, but anyway, however you wish to display it. Personally, he's gonna be in his hand. And that, my friends, does it for a look at Point Blank and Peacemaker in their robot modes and storage mode. It's time for my favorite part of a Transformers review, robot mode comparisons. And here we have the Deluxe class Point Blank and Peacemaker with a Transformers Legacy Evolution Needle Nose with Sunbeam and Zigzag. For our final set of comparisons, here we have Point Blank, Deluxe class Point Blank, and Peacemaker with the Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee, and the Walmart exclusive Netflix War for Cybertron trilogy Leader class Optimus Prime. For final thoughts on the Transformers Legacy Deluxe class, Point Blank, and Peacemaker, I have to say I was actually kind of surprised by this guy. I was going to pass on him and actually physically ran across him in the store. And that's the power of finding something cool on a toy hunt that you might pass on buying online. So I like this guy. He looks really, really cool. And especially his alt mode. And his alt mode works really, really good, in my opinion. I do like the colors of it. It stands out. Now, there are some issues with it. The hollowness in the back of the legs, which you see spinning around now. And then the hollow space in his chest that you can see through the translucent canopy that makes up his chest. And, you know, I really wish at this price point they could make the Target Masters more like the Siege Battle Masters, with a little bit more articulation, rather than just folding over pretty much like the G1 counterparts did. And, you know, there is that. But other than that, you know, I think this guy looks great in both modes, and that's a rarity sometimes in Transformers, that you really appreciate both modes equally. And in this case, that is the case, especially with it being a deluxe class. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.